what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I am Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at the energy for the upcoming week. So let's get into it. I hope that you're doing well. I hope things have been a little bit more peaceful and calming lately. The astrology has given us a little bit more de-stressing, less tension, etc. And we have since moved into Leo season, which really gives us an opportunity to empower ourselves, and in a way that feels good, like feels really rewarding. It feels very validating, especially if you have been intentionally working towards something lately. As I was preparing for this reading, I was hearing this energy of ego death. So there is a little bit of an ego death that is happening for us right now. And when I'm recording this, so Mercury will actually go into retrograde on August 5th. We have a new moon August 4th, and then Mercury moves into retrograde. We're already in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. So it's making communication a little bit more tense, more frustrating, feeling like people, situations aren't really understanding our wants and needs, what we're communicating, struggling to find harmony and balance. And it is rubbing against our ego because we have certain things we want to accomplish that we feel good about, we feel passionate about. Whatever that looks like for you. So we'll start off with this energy cleansing, set the tone, set the vibe, clear out any unwanted energy that is blocking us from understanding, seeing things clearly, receiving truth. It's also a really good time to set your own intention for the week upcoming. If you have specific messages or questions you would like to receive, definitely give those to Spirit now and be open to receive those messages. Only take what resonates, right? These are obviously collective readings. Use your discernment, use your wisdom, your intuitive guidance, and we will get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not serving the highest and best for us today, over the next week. Any fear, any doubt, any uncertainty, feelings of lack of worth, value, anger, frustration, annoyance, lack of patience. Help to remove that from our being. Cleanse out any energy that is limiting us now, and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Okay, so let's get into it. So as I was saying, there is this element of ego death that is coming into play this week. It's not the most tense week in the world. If anything, the waning phase that we are in the moon cycle allows us to release and to let go. For the new moon, new moons help us set new intentions or refine intentions that we are working towards currently, shifting things that aren't really working out for us or fitting what we want, what we kind of see the long-term goal being. And there is some resistance against, just again, as I've been commenting on our ego and our emotions, how things are playing out, how we are being seen, especially in regards to what we are going after, what we want, what we desire. Beginning of the week, there is a little bit more balance. I see a lot of the tension that's popping up. It's more frustration. It's more annoyance, right? Like, I just wish this person could understand what I was saying, or I wish I had more opportunities to fulfill this desire of my heart, that kind of thing. Because in a lot of ways, we feel ready. Leo energy gives us the ability to tap into that empowerment, especially from a creative standpoint. And I feel like the way that the astrology has been playing out this year, we haven't been seeing a lot of success, or the success that we're seeing is maybe a little short-lived. It doesn't really feel like it's long-term, or then we got to go back to the drawing board. Then we have to go back and do work that, I don't know, feels annoying, right? It feels, and like I was saying, especially in Leo season, we have a lot of fire energy, and then these outer planets of Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto are in retrograde because they're trying to teach us how to move slowly through the process. Part of the reason that we make choices that aren't maybe great for us is because we don't explore. And with Mercury being in retrograde throughout the whole month of August, basically the whole month of Leo season, we're gonna understand where things are coming out that don't really serve us. I feel like we need to, it's a call to look at things deeper, especially with this symbolism card, not take things at surface value. And the challenge around that is, you know, our ego loves the surface, the superficial, right? And sometimes things seem so like, that's it, that's exactly what I want, that's what I've been going for, but we're still in the process of shaping and developing what that looks like. And the beginning of the week, there is this call to like, continue the process. Don't settle is what I'm hearing. Don't settle for something, obviously, that's less than, obviously, that doesn't fit or doesn't feel right for what you're going after, or maybe has some holes in it. Holes in the theory is what I'm hearing. You know, someone presents you an offer, or it seems like a good fit, but there's just those couple of things that don't feel quite right. It's because we're being asked to continue to shape and you know, kind of dictate how you want this momentum to unfold for you. The moon and Mercury are in earth signs, Taurus and Virgo, at the beginning of the week. It gives us a little stubbornness. You know, it gives us the ability to have tenacity around what we're fighting for, especially in regards to things of the past. I'm hearing this most specifically around things that we are letting go and releasing, because there still is a lot of emotional energy. It's interesting too, when we look at the elements in the astrology, they're all kind of fighting against each other. So we're feeling that push and pull, not only on an internal level, but we're seeing it play out in the external as well. And this is directly related, directly connected to the past, to the things that we do have to let go of. Like I said, shifting our perspective, 100%, the Hangman. Forcing ourselves to see the truth, to see the reality. I think it's going to be a little bit messy. The Tower has been coming up for us, or something is going to kind of bottom out beginning of the week. Yeah, completely. We're getting the Tower and the Death card, death and rebirth. So this is the wiping away of something. Six of Cups energy, long-term relationship, something that seems good or once was good, and now it is time to bring a close to it with this Dust card. We've been talking a lot about this. We've been seeing this pop up a lot in our readings in the collective, especially as Pluto has moved into retrograde. Not getting too overwhelmed with the endings. You know, here's the thing. We're also seeing this energy of people trying to poke, people trying to trigger, especially with that Black Moon Lilith and South Node in Libra. It's falling into bad habits, bad patterns. We're getting the moon double confirmation on that emotional energy. It's conflicting with our rational, with our ability to feel grounded, with our ability to like create and feel inspired. But here's the thing, it's like it is a call to do a deeper level of work, especially in the beginning of the week. Deeper level of work meaning being more intentional about how you are approaching things that are a little bit messier, that haven't really quite played out yet. They're still in the phases of being shaped, of being formed, understanding what it is. And I think you already do. I feel like you already have a decision made, a decision. Things are coming to head regardless. And there is a lot of emotion around this communication. It's coming in out of left field. It's coming in with a lot of fear, with a lot of anxiety. And I don't feel like this is necessarily how you feel personally, but it does kind of affect your ego, right? And that's what we're seeing throughout the week as I was talking about that value of ego death. Because as the week moves forward, we're getting just a little bit more uncomfortable, a little more pissed off, a little bit more frustrated with the lack of progress. It feels like that. I keep seeing that like, you know, it's like when a car like moves forward and then stops. It's traffic, LA traffic, right? Any freeway really. It's just that annoyance that you're feeling like you can't really push forward. But a lot of this is your own undoing for yourself. The way that maybe you didn't see something clearly, about Ace of Cups or about new beginnings. It's challenging you. Okay, wow. Okay, so something's coming in that's completely new. And let me see. Someone feels like you turned a blind eye to this thing. Four of Swords. I feel like some of this communication is, like I said, it's going to be pretty emotional. Yeah, it's forcing you to look at things differently. And I feel like this is going to make you question yourself a little bit more. And that's kind of where this emotionality comes out of it. But again, overarching energy or in our blocked energy is remaining balanced, temperance. It's a hard energy to overcome because it's asking us not to get too obsessed or fixated on what we can't control. Someone or something is accusing you of not seeing it clearly, of maybe being really difficult, being really stubborn. Maybe you know yourself the best. I'm hearing for some of you, be mindful that this isn't about someone using something to their advantage. Something that they tried to start with you, but they also, I was just going to say, they were very contingent on having the control, on having the power. And I feel like the way that they use this situation for their own advantage was about how much they could control. It feels like it's messing with your mind a little bit. And again, this call to not be so afraid, to trust yourself, even if it is making things feel uncomfortable or you don't really know how it's going to move forward. I feel like this communication is going to bring a lot to light. And that's where we're seeing this resistance midweek. Mercury is square to Mars and to Uranus. So any type of like change that we're trying to make, any type of different steps that we're trying to move, it's going to be challenged. And that's the annoyance. Venus is also square to Uranus. And again, it's like we don't want to rock the boat is what I'm hearing, right? This fog almost reminds me of waves rolling through the waves, but they feel a little aggressive, right? They feel very uncertain for you. And I think that you're not really 100% certain where to put your, like how to proceed. Something has become really defensive. I feel like this conversation might have made things worse. Yeah, 5 of Swords, 100%. Someone feels really defeated. Someone feels really pissed off. Okay, 10 of Swords, yeah. But you know what? I think this is kind of like irrespective of you. I feel like this is a lot about you not taking responsibility for someone else's choices. If someone wants to control the way things move and can't have as much of a conversation, this is someone who's very, I feel like they're short-sighted. Like they make decisions and choices, but they don't think things through. This happens a lot for them, and it gets them into trouble is how it's coming through. This is repeated behavior over and over again. Their own victory, their own success, leaving you kind of in a lurch. And here's the thing, I feel like I'm saying things that you already know. I feel like you've already figured this out. You've already understand this is what it is. But at the same time, you need to trust yourself is what I'm hearing with this symbolism. 2 of Wands. I don't know. You're still like internally struggling with yourself. And I feel like with the way the week is playing out, a lot of it is tied to your ego. A lot of it is tied to what you want it to be versus what it actually is. And even if someone is trying to come in and say something different to you or trying to change your mind, change your opinion, it's like you still have to trust yourself. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. There's a bunch of different perspectives. There's a bunch of different ways of looking at situations, perceiving what happens. It feels like this is about putting you in your place or continuing that control. But I feel like you've done enough transformation that you are moving away from this. I don't know. I just feel like you're still struggling to trust yourself. You're still struggling to trust your judgment. You haven't made peace yet. I think making peace with the past, making peace with what has been done, not putting such heavy responsibility on yourself for it to look a certain way. Life can just be messy. And again, our ego is heavily at play because we want to be seen. We want to be understood and validated. But Spirit's asking us to let go. Let go of that need for something or someone to see you in a certain way. Because at this point, it is kind of limiting you from your being able to move forward. Komodo dragon is powerful. Acknowledge your truth, nurture your heart, and love yourself. Paint with bold colors, live your life. I love that. It's exactly what we're talking about, right? Like not buying into the superficial, not buying into this ego, like this is going to work for me when it really just authentically feels like it's not going to, or it has some of the components, but not all. It's that proverbial manifestation, like thing about manifestation, like, the more you say no to the things you don't want, the more you're going to draw in the things that you do want. And your ability to see yourself, your power, how you manifest, how you cultivate your life has really been put in focus, especially with Leo energy, because it is this call to really let your light shine, be creative, be amazing, bring beautiful things into this world, create, cultivate, chase your dreams, right? And not to be overly, rose-colored glasses about it, but what's the effing point otherwise, right? Rainforest, reciprocity. It's a call, right? So in order to do those things, in order to really connect with our passions, to be able to thrive, we have to have relationships, people, places, and things that support us. And this says explore your relationships and then evaluate their effects on you. By doing so, you will gain a better understanding of your own health and well-being. If we are letting people, places, and things drag us down, take us through the mud, constantly allow them to use us for their own pleasure, or, fall into the trap of disempowering ourselves, questioning who we are, the way that, our ability is what I'm hearing, or having other people question that around us, it makes it really challenging to see ourselves clearly, right? But Spirit's saying, okay, now it's time, dusk, right? Now it's time to bring closure to these things. Yes, they are going to try and push your buttons still, because this is heavily connected to the past karma, past learning lessons, however you want to see it. And we're being forced to release and let go and really transform in a beautiful and powerful way. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for your time and energy always. I super appreciate you, especially if you've made it this far in the video. I hope you have a fabulous week. Drop comments below if it resonates. I love to hear. Or if you just want to connect a little, love, support, I'm happy to bring it your way. Thank you for all you bring to this channel. All the love and blessings to you.